Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your general reading. Let's see what we've got going on for you guys. Sagittarius, please, current present energies. What's going on? Wow, okay, pretty quick for you today. Okay, this is an interesting place to start. I feel that for a very long time you have been concerned or worried about somebody else and or something, and you've had to offer a lot of yourself, a lot of time, potentially even a lot of money, a lot of advice. There's a lot of generosity here on your part, and I feel that it started to burden you. It started to get a little bit too much, and what you've been very patiently waiting for is this situation, this person to notice everything that you've done and to thank you and to recognize how helpful and how kind and generous you've been. I'm wondering if that hasn't quite come and you're still waiting. Now, the good thing is these cards here are saying that it will come, but it's very slow and it's taking a long time, or it has taken a long time, but there will come a time when this acknowledgement has to be given. So it's an interesting place to start, Sagittarius. Let's see a little bit more about the Ten of Wands. What is burdening you, Sagittarius? Oh wow, okay. It may not even be to do with anybody else. This could be you and your own path and all of the hard work and money and patience you've put into pursuing a path. And you're waiting for the call. You're waiting for, maybe it's like you've applied to a program or a university or a college or a job and you've not heard yet and you're waiting so hard. Here you are again with the burden. Oh wow. Okay, so what I'm seeing, Sagittarius, is you're extremely passionate about a life choice, a direction you want to go in, and you're trying to move on that direction, but you're very, very burdened by it. And maybe at some point you need to take those bricks off your shoulders somehow, and I think that's what you're trying to figure out. How can I move forward and remove all this stress and pressure, but still make my dreams and my wishes come true and not waste everything that you've worked so hard for? There's an element of travel here for some people as well, maybe flights, moving into a different country or a different area of where you live. There's this an idea of movement that you want as well, but so far it's not happened. Yeah, and it's been a real burden for you, and I think maybe you're wondering, at what point do you stop trying? The thing is, though, Sagittarius, is you're very determined to make it work. And there's an idea of relentlessness here and passion that's fueling you. Please clarify the Six of Pentacles. Seeing slow growth, Sagittarius, and I think that's what's frustrating, is how slow things are moving, and it's literally like you are just, come on, you know, what do I need, what else can I possibly do? Please clarify the Six of Pentacles for Sagittarius in the current. Thank you. So they kind of came out on their side. Okay, I think there's been a bit of confusion, Sagittarius, regarding the nature of where the decision that you made towards this path, this route that you're taking, and you had to weigh up lots of different things, and you're having to balance lots of different things to make it happen, and you're having to put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money all into this pot so that it will grow, and you're seeing a bit of progress, but it's very, very slow. Again, I'm getting this vibe of a move. I'm looking at the key. I'm feeling travel. I'm feeling going over the waters and going in the air. I'm just feeling all these elements. So you're in amongst this, trying to find your thing. Like, what is it that you actually want to really do in life? What is your passion? What is your driving force? That's why you've got this fire and this passion and this relentlessness to keep going despite slow progress, because you're determined to find your fit. You're determined to find your tribe and to feel as if you belong. Please clarify the judgment card for Sagittarius. So there's something, I think, Sagittarius, you've found that you identify as being something that's good for you, that's right for you, that's your thing, that's your tribe, that's your group of people, it's your career, it's your passion. There's something that's not allowing you to quit. Please clarify the judgment card. Okay, Sagittarius. You're looking at this very logically, and you've had a plan, and you're communicating. And when you're supposed to hear from people, you are making sure you hear from people. You're the one that's making sure that things are moving in the direction they're moving, even though everything's going so slowly. There's, again, an idea of, hang on, this is interesting. Endings. There's just a huge ending of a part of your life which is transformative, but it's something that's opening the door to something new. And I'm not sure what it is that needs to be let go of in order for the new thing to come forward. But I'm wondering if part of the slow pace of this progress is because there is something that needs to go from your life first. And it's linked to an emotional thing. It's not material. It's not like a physical possession. It's not like a job or a physical thing that you can leave or quit or let go of or delete or remove. It's actually to do with you and your emotions and your psyche. It's again this idea of what is it that makes you who you are, and what do you want to achieve out of your life, and what do you want your life to look like. I think that is transforming. What you thought you knew is transforming. However, you've got a change that's causing a change in you, whereas at the same time behind the scenes you've got a long-standing path of, say it's a career path that you've been working on for years, and suddenly that is coming to a fruition. It's like it's completed, and the results of that are about to show. And maybe you're done with that now. Maybe that was unexpected. Maybe that's been difficult, but it's allowed you to go take a few steps back and have a look at what it is that you actually really want in life, and what it is that makes you you, and what it is that makes you happy. So this is suggesting that it's time to specialize in something rather than being good at everything. So if it is linked to your career, which I feel that it is, your sort of education and career path. If you do a bit of this and a bit of that, whether it's because you work more than one job or whether it's because you have a varied role within one, you work in multiple departments within one company, your advice or the path forward is to specialize, because I feel that it's working in so many different threads and exploring so many different options that's keeping the progress slow. And actually it's suggesting here that you are so much more than a jack of all trades. You've got the potential to be really, really successful in something. And with the Queen and the King of Wands here matching up, this is a huge passion and something that you're very, very good at, and it would be a shame to waste. This is a lot, Sagittarius. I'm going to clear the board and start again and see what other angle we can look at this, because it was a lot to start with. So thank you so much. Let's please continue. Didn't even have to ask. You're managing, Sagittarius, regardless of how frustrating it might be. You are managing, and I actually feel, if some of you have been wondering sometime lately, like if you're doing the right thing, if you're on the right path, maybe even though a lot of you are logically minded, you may have even started to think more spiritually recently about signs in the universe and plans. And I think you've got something or someone working with you, and I think you're feeling it. I think you're feeling this flow, and maybe with you questioning, when do I sort of lay down my tools and surrender? That's what this is. This is going with the flow, surrendering and letting go of an element of control to allow the path to unfold in front of you. I think that might be difficult for some of you, Sagittarius, but when we have tried everything and things just aren't working out for us, sometimes it is what we have to do. Or you may feel that you are a bit more open to trying that. It is getting you down, and I can see why, because it's frustrating when you've put so much into something and you're having to wait so long for the results. But don't let it get you down. Don't let it question your self-worth or your abilities, because that's not what this is about. Like I gave the example, if you've applied for a job and you're waiting forever to hear from these people, it is not because you're not good enough. And what you might instantly think is, oh, well, I'd have heard from them by now if they thought I was good enough. That's not necessarily the case. Times are weird right now, and things are taking forever everywhere. And there are delays for everything, so it's probably more likely down to that. So if it is causing any feelings of self-doubt and self-worth issues, then really try and pinpoint that and recognize when you're having those thoughts, because that's something that's coming from internally, which you could do with addressing, because you're worth so much more than that, and it would be a shame. You've worked so hard, it would be a shame for you to be down on yourself because of that. You are going to get news. You are going to have a line of communication which helps to make things clear. There will be clarity. So it's almost like the minute you decide to relax and go with the flow and just wait for things to come to you, then you will receive some information, an email, job offer maybe. And it heals. If you had any doubts about your self-worth and your value and your abilities, it heals all of that instantly, and it's almost going to make you think, oh my God, why did I even worry? How could I even thought that about myself? The communication is coming, and it looks positive. Do we have any further messages, please, regarding this for Sagittarius? You're feeling... Okay, it's interesting. You're feeling positive. You're feeling defensive. Maybe you've been so frustrated with the types of communications you've been having, but you're being clear. I think the advice here is to be clear and to the point with the communication, and to be quick with the act quickly. When you get this communication, the advice is to act quickly and to not sit on it for too long. And it could even see you traveling. I'm getting that again, which is really nice. And yeah, for some of you, this is going to be a really educational move as well. I'm seeing that quite strongly. You're going to be learning lots, whether it is because you're traveling for education or whether you're traveling because of something else. It's going to be the type of move that gives you that, you know, you're learning life lessons, not just sort of, you know, textbook lessons, but real life lessons about culture, about the world. This is something really opening up. Nice. Ooh, wow. This is really nice, Sagittarius. I'm seeing that this will connect you to the wider world. Like I was just saying, life lessons about the world. Maybe if you've been having to stay away, stay behind closed doors, stay locked up because of the travel restrictions, working from home, it's time for you to kind of come out and see the world and take the world into your own hands and see what's everything that's out there that's available to you. And I see now why you're feeling very defensive and protective of this opportunity, because it's going to be changing, really, really changing. It's a successful completion though, Sagittarius. This is all really, really positive. You're going to feel inspired and challenged. It's going to challenge you, but in a good way, in a really positive way. The sort of challenge that gets your adrenaline racing, that you feel inspired, you want to achieve, you want to do well. It's going to open up. It is. It's just difficult in the meantime because I feel when you go in, you can spend a little bit too long in your own introspection and play a little bit on those worries. But if you're able, Sagittarius, to put that aside as best you can and just be patient, I know it's hard, the world is opening up to you. And what I really like is you're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. I think it's going to be challenging. I think it's going to be inspiring, but it's going to be inspirational. It's going to be, it's going to cause you, to work really hard and to get your adrenaline racing. And I think it will be healing to you on the sort of level where you feel connected to yourself. You will be finding this passion, this thing that you've been looking for, and maybe even a romantic relationship if that's what you have been looking for as well. Moving forward into the near future energies, there's just this one idea about hoarding. Now, as I saw in the previous spread, for some of you, something is changing and big time in order for this new thing to open up. And some of you may find it difficult to let go. So I think that's what's coming up, Sagittarius. That might be a challenge that you need to face, is realising whether or not you do really want this and whether or not you really are ready to let something go, and are you really ready to open yourself up and to see what the world has out there. You might be protective of yourself. Please clarify the Four of Pentacles. I'm confusing them, that's not linked to that. Thank you. Okay, please clarify the Four of Pentacles for Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, I see now. If what you have been working really hard towards does not work out, you will be finding it very difficult to let go. And I totally understand it, because it's like you've put so much into it. But sometimes it's about knowing when to let go as much as it is knowing when to hold on. So your focus right now is so fixed, but actually there are far more opportunities open to you than you realise. And this path, this world may open to you in a way that you didn't expect. So it might happen in unexpected ways, but what you've got, Sagittarius, is the passion and the drive and the determination to see it through, to make sure that it does happen one way or another. It's just, I feel, a lesson in learning to let go, and learning to let go of the control, and maybe open yourself up into seeing an opportunity that you may not have considered before, because maybe the universe has this bigger plan for you. And we saw how good it looks when it does happen, when you do get that communication. It's just not in the way that you expected. I'm gonna leave it there, Sagittarius, because I feel that is the message for you. That's what I've got for you. I feel like that is a positive way to end it for you as well. I'd really like to hear from you. Please like and comment. Let me know if you resonated with this reading, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys again on the next one. Thanks for being here. Take care.